Welcome to our exploration of the environmental impacts of single-use plastic and paper bags. This topic is crucial as it sheds light on the often overlooked consequences of our everyday choices. We'll be delving into a comparative analysis based on three key parameters: resource consumption, recycling, and biodegradability. Each of these aspects plays a significant role in determining the overall environmental footprint of these commonly used items. Stay tuned as we dive into our first comparison parameter, resource consumption. Scene script. Resource consumption is a critical factor in assessing the environmental impacts of single-use bags. To truly understand this, let's delve into the production processes of both plastic and paper bags. The birth of a plastic bag starts with extracting petroleum, a process that involves a significant amount of heat and releases about 1.6 kilograms of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Yet plastic bags require 70% less energy to manufacture than paper bags and use a mere 4% of the water required to produce paper bags. That's quite a difference. Now let's look at paper bags. These are produced from trees, an action that contributes to deforestation and habitat damage. This not only impacts biodiversity but also affects the Earth's ability to sequester carbon, a crucial process in mitigating global warming. Additionally, transporting paper bags requires 7 times as many trucks as plastic bags due to their heavier weight, further adding to their environmental cost. It's also worth noting that high-density polyethylene or HDPE plastics, the stuff used for milk jugs and detergent bottles, can be recycled into various items, from pens to plastic lumber. This gives plastic bags a new lease on life, reducing their overall environmental impact. As we can see, the resource consumption of single-use plastics is more sustainable than that of paper. But how about recycling? Let's find out next. Recycling is another crucial parameter in our comparison. When considering the recycling potential of single-use plastic and paper bags, we must acknowledge the barriers and opportunities each presents. To offset production, we divide a bag's carbon footprint by the number of times it's reused. Let's take plastic bags. Despite their bad rap, about 40% of high-density polyethylene, the material used for milk jugs and detergent bottles, can be reused at least once. However, many countries lack the infrastructure to recycle plastic bags, resulting in accumulation in landfills and oceans. Shifting gears to paper bags, they require about 4 times as much water to manufacture as a plastic bag. To offset this, paper bags need to be reused at least 3 times more than plastic bags. But here's the catch. Paper bags often don't last long enough to survive those extra trips to the supermarket. They're likely to split or tear if they get wet, reducing their reuse potential. As we see, recycling is not a clear-cut solution. It's a complex process with variables that impact the sustainability of both single-use plastic and paper bags. Paper bags need to be reused at least 3 times than plastic bags. But what happens when these bags end their life cycle? Let's look into biodegradability. Biodegradability is a vital parameter when considering the long-term environmental impact. When it comes to decomposition, paper bags take the lead, breaking down within 90 days. However, this swift breakdown depends on the presence of oxygen-rich environments, which are scarce in landfills. In oxygen-poor conditions, paper bags can produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas. On the flip side, single-use plastic bags, particularly those made from high-density polyethylene, are heat-resistant and insoluble. These characteristics allow them to persist in our ecosystems for hundreds of years, contributing to pollution and posing risks to wildlife. Yet, when we consider greenhouse gas emissions, plastic bags generate 60% less than uncomposted paper bags and 79% less than composted paper bags. This is mainly due to the fertilizers and chemicals used in tree farming and paper manufacturing, which contribute to acid rain and waterway eutrophication. From biodegradability to resource consumption and recycling, both paper and plastic bags have their pros and cons. We've explored the impacts of single-use plastic and paper bags on the environment. Our journey took us through resource consumption, recycling, and biodegradability. We've seen that both have their pros and cons, and the choice isn't as black and white as it might seem. The key lies in promoting sustainable practices, like recycling and efficient waste management. Now we turn the question over to you. Which one do you think is better for environmental sustainability? Single-use paper or plastics? Let us know in the comments below.